Hey everyone, Jeffrey here. Today I want to do a review of a few John Carpenter sci-fi films. First up, which is Escape from New York. It was done in 1981, about right after he did The Fog. It stars Kurt Russell, and let me give you a little history about what it is. It's set in 1996, and the crime has gotten so bad in the United States that they've had to take Manhattan and turn it into a maximum security prison with a big wall around it. And there aren't any guards in New York. It's just the criminals and the world that they've created. There's no guards in it. The only guards there are on the wall to keep anybody from getting out. Now what happens in it is that the president, played by Donald Pleasance, is in Air Force One, gets hijacked and crash lands in New York. Not the best place for the president to be. It's probably the worst possible place he could be. And so the only way they can get him out is by getting an ex-soldier turned criminal, Snake Plissken, played by Kurt Russell, to get him out. Now, he reluctantly agrees to go on this mission because he's told if he does it, he basically gets his freedom back. They're going to forget about every crime he's ever committed. He's a free man. So it sounds pretty good, but he's got a little incentive to do it. He's injected with 2 microscopic capsules in his carotid arteries that after 22 hours they dissolve and pretty much blow his carotid arteries up, and he'll die. So he's got 22 hours to get the president, go into New York, get the president, get him out, and without getting into too much more of the story, I just want to tell you it's an awesome flick. Check it out if you haven't seen it. If you have seen it, tell me what you think of it. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and we can talk a bit more in spoilers than I'll do here, because if you haven't seen it, I certainly don't want to ruin it for you and get into the details, because then what's the point of you watching it if I just told you everything that happens in it? The next of which is the sequel to it. It's called Escape from L.A. And this one, L.A. has pretty much been, after an earthquake, it's no longer part of the society. It's no longer part of the country. It's just an island on its own after this earthquake just levels it, man, and just turns it into an island. So basically, what happens is that there's a new president, and he's got a lifetime service. It's weird. They amend the Constitution for this guy, and because he's telling them before this earthquake that the sinful city will be destroyed. That it's the city of Sodom, it's the city of Gomorrah, and so like after it happens and he prophesies it, they're like, oh my God, this guy's, we have to make him president forever. And so he basically turns America into a moral America, and anybody that doesn't fit into the moral society gets deported to L.A. And naturally, Snake Plissken's going to get deported to there. But before he does, the president's daughter takes this new weapon they got in this, that they call the black box. And the black box, what it does is sends an EMP to pretty much any country. In fact, they can do, using satellites, they can do every country at one time. So she takes it down there purposely to L.A. And Snake, this time, before he gets to L.A., is given pretty much the same deal he's given in New York. Go get the black box, and we'll give you your freedom. It's pretty much the same thing, but what really do you expect? Do you expect a totally different plot? It's just like slasher movies. It's pretty much the same plot. It's just different ingredients, and this one, I do think, it shows you how far John Carpenter's come as a filmmaker. When you see this one, the action has been really stepped up in this one. It looks awesome. The visual effects look great. Well, a few of them look pretty bad, but like there's one with a shark coming after Snake's submarine in the beginning of the movie when he's getting to L.A. That doesn't look that good, but everything else looks really cool. And Snake is, I feel, a little bit more of a badass in this movie. There's a part in it that I don't want to get too much into the details, but he's getting surrounded and he's about to get killed. He says, "How about we do a little Bangkok rules?" Picks up a can, says, "Nobody shoots till this hits the ground." Throws it up in the air, pulls out his guns, wipes them all out, and then says, "Draw." Just so badass. See, badasses shoot first. You didn't know that, but they do. But anyways, I think it's a worthy sequel. Definitely not worth all the hate that goes to it. I just watched it the other night and I loved it. Thought it was great. Good old cheesy fun. Next one, last one, is They Live. This one was done in 1988, and it stars in the lead there, Roddy Piper. You can see on the cover. This is actually a reversible cover art. You can see that. That's the original one. I always switch my stuff when I have reversible cover art. This one's going to be kind of hard for me to get into without ruining too much of the movie, so I'm going to try my best. Anyways, what it is the aliens have basically taken over the Earth, okay, and they're disguised as humans, and they keep lulling human beings into submission using subliminal messages. And Roddy Piper plays a drifter. Basically, he comes upon a pair of sunglasses. When he puts them on, he sees the truth. And that's all I'm going to tell you about it, because the rest of it goes right into the story, and I do not want to ruin any of this for you. It's a bit slow starting because it's so busy setting up his character and everything that happens, and everything he's about. And you hear him say things like, it's just a rough time right now. I believe in America. Well, when he finds out what the truth is, I think his views of America are a little bit different. But that's the end of my review. Tell me what you think about any of those movies. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching, for liking, and subscribing. This is Jeffrey. See you next time.